What's up, developers and problem solvers? Rod checking in, wanted to bring you guys another video today. And today we're going to talk about the worst coding projects that you guys can put on your resume. I want to help you guys avoid this mistake. And we're going to be doing our content a little different here, guys. I'm going to start giving you guys this content in story form. And the reason I want to put it in story form because a lot of time I come across as being, hey, do 1, 2, 3, 4, and you guys do it and it really don't resonate and you keep making the same mistakes. So I'm going to tell you guys my issues that I had and kind of stories that's going to resonate with you guys, and hopefully that'll stick a little bit more than just giving you guys points. So tell you guys about my resume. You know, I'm just like you guys growing up and just trying to get a job doing software development. So, you know, just like anybody else, I go online, or where we didn't have computers really at times, so you had books and you had to go to instructors and they teach you these course labs, and then it's just basic stuff like calculator apps, arrays, things like that. Just nothing that really project based, but it's more the fundamentals and stuff like that, which is good. You know, it gives you a chance to really learn and hone those programming skills and all that, and you're doing that for months and you're getting the concepts, everything going great, you're learning more, and now it's time to do that resume so that you can put that in front of the employees and get a job. But this is what you do wrong. Instead of focusing on that company, their problems, and having your resume communicate that, guess what you do? I put all the coding projects that I've been doing the last couple of months on the resume, which, again, don't get me wrong, 1 or 2 of them is not that bad. And especially at the beginning, you guys thinking I don't have any experience, and so I can't put that down, so I have to just put down stuff that I've been working on, which, okay, I can understand. I made those same mistakes. And unfortunately, when you do make those mistakes and you do submit those resumes, guess what that employer you're going to be looking at? Really? You know, I understand you can do textbook work and just basic stuff, but I need somebody who's going to solve my problems. I need somebody who's gonna make my life easier, come and really put coding solutions in my business and my tech infrastructure, gonna take things up a notch. Your resume don't communicate that. And guess where it's gonna go? In the trash. We want to avoid that, guys. I'm gonna give you some reasons why, and I want to give you a better strategy on how to do this. But before we get into that strategy, I want you guys to understand that, hey, I can't cover everything in this video, so I got some goodies in the description box. You know, I have a 7-step guide, a 7-step career guide. It's free. Go pick that up. And I also have a link to join our community, which is the same thing. A lot of you guys may not necessarily want to do the career guide or something like that, but you can get access to the community. That what sets us apart. So I'm going to plug those things. Go set it up. Go sign up, guys. Support the channel. Links are below. And I have some premium courses that I'm working on too. So all of this is brought to you by Rod IT Guy. All that below. So I'm done with the plug. So let's get back to business. So we're talking about once you submit your resume, they look at it, they hate it, they put it in the trash. We want to avoid that. So how do you really put stuff on your resume that's going to help them stick, even as a beginner, which you don't have a lot of job experience? This is how you're going to do this, guys. First of all, when you're applying for a company, they usually have a core system, a CRM, or wherever they put their orders, their customer information, their processes, whatever they do, they have a centrally managed system. All of them do. So find out what that is. Even if you don't know what that specific system is, you can go do a quick Google search and type in the top customer relationship systems by industry, by company size, by state. You'll see something. You'll start seeing a name consistently pop up, the top 3. And guess what you're going to do with those? You're going to go learn a little bit about them. You know, what SQL Server they use, what programming languages they've been programmed in. Guess what this gives you? Insight about the company, their needs specifically that you can use so that you can start realizing, hey, I can probably test this out, maybe put it in a test environment, or I can sign up for their free trial, and then I can look at the software and I can see, hey, why they have to click all these buttons? Why can't they just put that screen right there and then everything will work fine? Let's see if I can do it. Great. Guess what you just did? You solved a problem for a client. Guess what you can put on your resume? Hey, I help companies in Salesforce, I help companies prevent them from having to do all this extra work on clicking. It's just right here. You customize a solution for a client. Put that on your resume. Hey, on my WordPress website, I was able to integrate customer tracking on my website so that, hey, in my CRM, I can see what all web pages they went to. Great. Now, I want to add some more functionality. When they go to that web page right there, as far as just the buy page and they don't buy, and I know who that is and they don't buy, it would be great to get an alert and then maybe be able to send them an email, say, hey, I give you this coupon code if you buy now. Well, client, why don't I come in and automate it so that I can tag that user to say been on that page, and instead of you getting an alerted report and have to go manually do it, I can automate that whole process for you. You're gonna see their eyes buck and they're gonna be like, can I get you to start now? That is the kind of stuff people want to see on a resume. That's the kind of stuff people want to see in a portfolio. It's not the sexy visual stuff that a lot of you guys get confused with the web development community. Don't get me wrong, with the web developers, it kind of lends itself to the visual design, artsy kind of stuff. But the back-end developers, database developers, this is what we live and breathe on right here, this type of automation. This is where most of the company value is going to be if you want to make money. This is the kind of stuff, if you're talking about making 6 figures in 2 years, you're going to make 6 figures in 2 years if you start to really niche down, especially by industry, being able to do this, get their CRM to integrate their accounting system, tracking, websites, reporting, alerting. This is the kind of stuff you want to put on your resume. And this is the kind of stuff that's going to set you apart. I don't care, it's 12. It can be, let me tell you how this works. It can be 12 resumes. Let's say 10 of them have more experience than you in software development and they've been around forever, and you are a brand new junior developer and you have been working with, let's say, Salesforce CRM, and let's just say they use Salesforce CRM, and let's just say they have these problems with Salesforce CRM as far as just this or the main common problem with Salesforce. Guess what you already done? You went online and searched and you found out, hey, this is the common issues with Salesforce as far as just having to manually do this, having to manually do that, and you solved those coding problems. You communicate that on a resume. As a junior developer, you will get that job and they're gonna be paying you real good, really good. Not no $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. I'm talking about 50, 60, 70, because you're gonna be making them 3-4 times that amount on the automation. Even more, guys. My first project that I've done, that I did something like this, where you literally saved the company $700,000 to $800,000 on this one project. One project in 1 year, guys. This is the kind of stuff you gotta start putting. Let's start thinking, guys. You have to start thinking this way, and this is what's gonna really put you in a position to win. And I'm gonna start doing all my videos in this format, guys. Bear with me. I'm still trying to get used to the YouTube thing, the camera, and all this stuff. So I'm gonna get better at it, just like I want you guys to get better at really positioning your resumes in a way that's gonna not only get you the job, but to thrive, to be the top of the list and have companies begging for you guys. That's what you want. That's where you're gonna be able to demand anything and everything that you want. So like, subscribe to the content. If you agree, if you disagree, comment below and give me the reason why you don't agree in detail, and we'll start a conversation. If you agree, go ahead, like whatever, all that stuff. But I need you guys. Let's start a community. Links are in the description box for my 7-step guide and access to the community. I have some premium courses below, so you guys go check those out for me and support the channel. I'm gonna try to really put out some really high quality content. I feel like if I have a community behind me that's gonna help spread this message, we can really kind of put things in perspective for you guys. So like, subscribe to the content. If you have additional questions, comment below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.